Frogleapstudios.
Well, hello there. So this is the fourth video in how I did the Firework Metal cover. And this time I'm going to talk about some MIDI programming in EZdrummer 2, which is really essential for getting a good track with the variations on the drum and making it sound real. So let's dive into it. So I've got my EZdrummer 2 plugin loaded in here, and what I usually do first is that I go to the browser menu and I look at my tempo, and here it is 120. I'm just using this as an example. This is not the tempo from the actual song. So it's 120. And then I go into my browser and I go, if the song is straight, like 4/4, I usually go into the 120 BPM folder and I just choose hats closed variation. And I just drag that onto my project. So this is a basic beat. So I just take this beat and I just drag it for the duration of the song. And I use this as a click track for recording my rhythm tones for guitar and bass. So I just have this beat going and I just record everything over this. So when I've done this, I start to go in depth on the drums. And say I have a verse that I want some open hi-hats on, I just go on the browser and I choose open variation and I listen to that. So I take this open variation and I drag it out so it goes a long time. And here I can go into my MIDI, what's it called, folder here in the DAW. I'm using Reaper, you can use anything. And I take a look at what's going on here. So the beat is, so it's boom, ta, boom, ta, boom, ta, boom, boom, ta. If I just want a straight beat like boom, ta, ta, boom, ta, ta, I just remove, because I can see here, I've done this sometimes so I can see easy what I'm doing. So I do. So I'm removing the kicks here. So I'm basically editing on the MIDI preset that I get from EZdrummer. They have a lot of stuff here, like open variation on hi-hats, cymbal variations. So what I usually do, I take, if I know, for example, the bridge is gonna be a ride thing, I go into cymbal variations and I just check out what's going on. Nah, not this one. I go here. The same. So I'll take this and I'll edit to fit my needs. So I can go into this beat. I know it's a ride that I want, and I can put like the grid to 16 beats. And if I just want a rolling kick drum, I just click and click and click till I get completely mad. So when I do this, that's overkill and I have to adjust down the velocity. So then I have a nice rolling thing going there. And I can just copy and paste this kick drum. Copy, paste, paste, paste. So now it goes through the whole beat. And a little tip for not making it sound like a machine, because when you're programming on the grid, it's 100% correct, and drummers don't play 100% correct. So I just mark all these kicks, and in Reaper I press H, and this is humanize, and this means that I'm slightly offsetting each beat, so it's not 100% on the grid, and I can choose the timing here to be really off. I don't want that. I usually put it around 4 or 5. It just makes it a little bit more human. So that's a really nice thing to do, especially when you have some fast drumming stuff that it doesn't sound like sound like a machine. And that's really important. And also the velocity. That's not, everything shouldn't be like 100% velocity all the time. Then it really sounds like a machine, because a drummer wouldn't play exactly the same amount of velocity when he hits the drums, especially on what's called fills. When you're playing, then you like to put the velocity a little bit down and up, but there's a lot of fill variations in the EZdrummer 2 in the browser, so I often go in there and check. And here you can also drag one over, and you can see on the velocity. Here you can see it's around 80 and 65. Because you hear the snare go da, 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 da. If you're just programming the velocity 100%, it's like da, 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 da. And it doesn't sound good. It has to be da, 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 da. I hope you understand what I'm saying here, because this is probably the most important thing in drum programming and MIDI, is that you have to have the human factor on it. It can't be 100% on the beat all the time. And you have to have those velocity things going almost all the time. So this could take a lot of time, but you can use like EZdrummer for a really fast way to get your song together, like just putting some verses from the browser menu and some fills and chorus, and you can just plan it up and record in 10 minutes, and then you can go in and edit it like I like to do. And I put a lot of time in the Firework, just getting every hit exactly where I wanted it, because it's hard to find a preset that really follows your riff. And another thing is, you want variation on the drums. You don't want the same beats. If this beat goes more than, say, 2 times, your ear would say that's programmed. If you just do a slight little thing on the second time, so the first is, so there it starts again, and if you just put in a couple of extra kicks and maybe a snare thing, then you would vary it up so it doesn't sound so machine-ish. But this has to fit your song. But doing like small adjustment around the song and not just having the same beat going for the whole verse, just doing a little extra snare, extra kick, extra something, really just brightens it up and makes it like a real drummer would play it, because he wouldn't play exactly the same thing. He would do a little small thing there and a small thing there. Well, good drummers would. So I hope that was helpful. And I know many people record with a click, just recording the guitars with click, 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 click. I can't do that. I'm not playing tight. So it's really nice, even if you're planning to record with real drums and you're tracking your guitar first, using Easy Drummer or Superior Drummer or whatever just to record your stuff, it's so much better than using a click, just having a beat going there. So that's a real good thing. And if there's something I really have to say about drum programming, it's that you have to do the velocity thing and have some humanizing in it, and just put some time in it to make it variable. Not doing the same thing or same beat over and over. That's the key to making a good MIDI programming song thing. And the great thing about Easy Drummer, you can set up your tracks in the presets MIDI. Just like in 5 minutes you can put up a song and play along, and if it fits your song, that's great. You don't have to do anything more, because the variations are in the presets. But most often you have riffs that you want to customize your beat to. You want the kick to be there, or the snare or the cymbal there. So you just go in the presets and just tweak it like I showed there to make it fit and sound real. So go to the Toontrack site and check out the demos, and remember, I'll see you later.